A corporate sponsor just found you on LinkedIn. They clicked your profile, and in 8 seconds, they decided whether to reach out or move on. 8 seconds is the average time a visitor spends on a LinkedIn profile before leaving. That is the same window you have on a donation page. Most fundraisers spend zero time optimizing it. Meanwhile, your ideal major donor and your next corporate partner are on LinkedIn right now. They are searching, clicking, and bouncing from profiles that give them no reason to stay. Today, I am going to show you the 3 profile fixes that stop the bounce. You can make all 3 changes before you close this app. This is the $1 Million Nonprofit, the daily podcast for fundraising practitioners. Every episode gives you one specific tip for your next event or campaign. If LinkedIn is your next fundraising channel, you are in the right place. Before we get into the fixes, today's episode is brought to you by CharityAuctions.com. That is the platform behind thousands of nonprofit auctions and fundraising events every year. Here is what the platform data tells us about development professionals who raise the most. They do not just run great events, they build relationships year-round. And LinkedIn is where those relationships start. So CharityAuctions.com put together a free 12-month fundraising calendar template. It maps every campaign, every event, and every donor touchpoint across the full year. It is the planning tool that turns one-off events into a system. Download it free at charityauctions.com/fundraising-calendar. I will put the link in the show notes. Let us start with why most LinkedIn profiles fail fundraisers before anyone even reads them. When a potential donor or sponsor lands on your profile, they see 3 things immediately: your headline, your photo, and the first line of your About section. That is it. Everything else requires a scroll. Most visitors never scroll. If those 3 elements do not communicate value in 8 seconds, the visitor leaves. And the most common mistake is treating your LinkedIn profile like a resume. A resume is about you. A donor's decision to give is about them. Those are 2 completely different documents. The profile that wins is the one that answers a single question in 8 seconds. That question is this: what does this person make possible for people like me? Let us fix each element one at a time. Fix 1 is the headline hook. Most development directors write their headline as a job title. It says Development Director at City Food Bank. That is a label, not a hook. Nobody clicks on a label. Your headline has 220 characters. It is the most searched real estate on your profile. Use it to say what you do for donors, not what your employer calls you. Here is a formula that works. I help donors turn their values into impact through fundraising events that raise real money. That headline tells a potential donor exactly what is in it for them. It uses the word donor, which is a keyword LinkedIn search algorithm surfaces. And it signals that you are results-oriented, not just title-oriented. Open your LinkedIn profile right now and rewrite your headline using that formula. Replace your job title with a 1-sentence promise to the donor. It takes 5 minutes and it changes who finds you. Fix 2 is the featured section trap. The featured section sits directly under your headline and photo. It is the first clickable element on your profile. Most people leave it empty or link to their homepage. Both choices waste the most valuable real estate on the page. An empty featured section tells visitors there is nothing worth seeing. A generic homepage link sends them away from you and into a maze. Instead, pin one specific thing that proves your work. Link to a campaign results page that shows a dollar amount raised. Link to a press mention about an event you ran. Link to a short video of your gala's live auction moment. Give the 8-second visitor one piece of evidence that you deliver results. Corporate sponsors and major donors make decisions on proof, not promises. One pinned result does more work than 100 posts. It is the first thing they click and the last thing they forget. Go to your featured section and replace whatever is there with one specific proof point. Fix 3 is the About section pivot. Most About sections read like a cover letter. They start with, I am a passionate fundraising professional with 15 years of experience. That sentence is about you. Your donor does not care about your experience in the abstract. They care about what your experience means for them. So pivot the first sentence of your About section to the donor's outcome. Start with something like this. Every year, I help organizations raise more money at their events. I give their donors a reason to give again. That sentence puts the donor at the center. It also uses keywords like raise money and donors that show up in LinkedIn search. The rest of your About section can tell your story. But the first sentence must be about the person reading it. Rewrite your opening sentence today. You do not need to rewrite the whole section. Just change the first line. Then watch what happens to your connection requests over the next 2 weeks. So let us recap the 3 profile fixes. Fix 1, rewrite your headline as a promise to the donor, not a job title. Fix 2, pin one specific proof point in your featured section, not a generic link. Fix 3, pivot your About section's first sentence to the donor's outcome, not your resume. All 3 changes take less than 30 minutes total. Most development directors skip all 3 because they think LinkedIn is for job seekers. It is not. It is where your next major donor is deciding whether to trust you. If you want a full year of campaigns mapped out, grab the free tool below. Download the 12-month fundraising calendar template at charityauctions.com/fundraising-calendar. It maps every event and donor touchpoint across the calendar year. You will always have a reason to show up. I will see you tomorrow for another tip to help you build $1 million nonprofit.